Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Algorand or Algo, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, hit that like button. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course, I always do greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, yesterday I made a little bit of a video on Algorand, and I was talking to you guys about why you should be definitely holding some, because of course the ecosystem growth. I'm going to go in depth on some of that ecosystem growth in this video, but also we have been seeing a lot of altcoins, including Algo, up significantly today, and that is because of course Bitcoin started to break out a little bit. We are hitting roughly 31 point almost 8k. We are at around like a resistance point now, so we really want to watch to see if we could break over a significant point, which would be 33 to 34k. And of course, while we are seeing this, Bitcoin is up 9% on the 7-day span. We see it up 8% on the 24-hour span. We do see the global crypto market cap up about 7.24%. Now, this has allowed for a lot of altcoins to do some pretty significant moves. Waves up 66%, and the other ones are up additional 10 to 20 to even 30%, as you guys do see, excuse me. Yeah, it's great. And in terms of Algorand, Algorand is definitely one that has been up a little bit today as well, up 10.12%. I know when I was talking to you guys about Algo yesterday, it was roughly around like 35 cents or so. So since then, we've gone on a little bit of a nice journey. Now, it doesn't mean that this is, 100% guaranteed to hold, and we're going to continue moving upward from here. I'm just saying that the price action has been, fairly nice to see, since it has been sort of a, sideways momentum sort of chop zone, if you will, in terms of this market. So it's great to see some nice positive price action. But today, I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about the things happening around Algorand and some news that just got released. So let's just dive in and let's talk about that. So first off, here is Algorand funds see the record high breaking weekly inflow. So this is actually pretty significant. So Algorand-based institutional investment products had a record-breaking $20 million in inflows, which is significant. And we actually do see down here, according to digital asset management firm CoinShares, Algorand-based institutional investment products have had a record-breaking $20 million in inflows in the preceding week. According to Chinese crypto journalist Colin Wu, this could be inked to the Algorand blockchain's recent launches. And it definitely could be. I mean, honestly, Algorand has been absolutely killing it lately, especially within their partnerships. I just talked to you guys about those yesterday. But also, it's great to see that we are seeing a lot more institutional engagement happening around something like Algorand. And it really kind of proves and solidifies our position within Algorand as well. Now, of course, they are mentioning a few recent launches. I'm actually going to be talking to you guys about this IPR, this intellectual property rights agreement with Nigeria. Now, this is actually pretty significant in terms of IP, forms and things like that. We're going to be addressing it. We're going to be talking about it, and really kind of addressing even the FlexID thing as well. So, with this though, I really do want you guys to understand that this is pretty significant when compared to everything else, because when we look down here, inflows into digital asset investment products totaled $87 million last week, bringing year-to-date inflows to $0.52 billion. Bitcoin received $69 million in inflows, raising the year-to-date total to $369 million, even though total assets under management are at their lowest since July 2021 due to price weakness. Last week, short Bitcoin saw 1.8 million in inflows, indicating that the market has not completely shed its bearish undertones. But to me, I don't know. I mean, when I look at this market, I think that we are taking positions, we are averaging into them, because we never know exactly what could happen. I mean, we could technically, and I'm not saying that we will, from here on out, we could have bottomed and we could start that major momentum move, similar to what we did see back in the summer of 2021 to roughly November of 2021. That would be pretty significant. Now, let's talk about a few things. So first off, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the FlexID announcement. So yesterday I did talk to you guys a little bit about the FlexID announcement. didn't go too in depth on it, but here we have, in case you missed it, FlexID official is leveraging Algorand to empower over 1 billion people globally with their self-sovereign identity platform, unlocking access to financial services and more. Now, you guys could see, the FlexID wallet itself here, as you guys do see, in terms of certifications and things like that. And we actually do see down here, much of the world's attention around blockchain is on the highs and lows of cryptocurrency value. Startups like FlexID remind us that distributed ledger technology has the potential to play other roles, including offering trusted records of identities without the need for a centralized authority. And I actually talked to you guys a little bit about this in terms of NFTs with Hedera, because Hedera, in terms of their NFTs, they're trying to do the same sort of idea here, except where you have health records that are basically tokenized, and you could share them with specific doctors that you do grant again access to those. So I think things like this are great, and I really do think that it empowers DOTs in these areas that really are crucial for not only streamlined processing of records, but it also allows the individual, the user, to actually have that control over these documents, which I love to see. One of the startups working, towards this vision is Zimbabwe's FlexID, which is building a blockchain-based identity system for those excluded from the banking system due to their lack of identity documents. FlexID's idea has won its funding, from Algorand, a blockchain protocol created by Turing Award-winning cryptographer Silvio Micali. The two parties didn't disclose the size of the investment. But I definitely do think that this is great, and I think that as we do really kind of move forward on, I think that we're going to see a lot more building happening on Algorand around things like this. I think that this is awesome, and I do think that it really is something, again, I've always said, pay attention to the real-world applications and use cases happening. It's not just about payments. Do not just, focus on the payments. We also did see the Nigeria IP exchange marketplace and wallet being built. Nigeria to launch a major crypto initiative, IP exchange marketplace and wallet on Algorand in partnership with Developing Africa Group and Koi Banks. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but this actually is pretty significant as well. The Nigerian government has signed a 3-year exclusive IPR, intellectual property right agreement, with Developing Africa Group to launch a nationwide wallet which will enable the international commercialization of all IP forms being created and registered within the country, both locally and internationally. In this context, the IPR exclusivity agreement consists in the government granting Developing Africa Group, a regional software development company, to build the country's official platform for its people to be able to upload any form of IP right and trade, sell, or exchange with them abroad, while collecting the royalties and proceeds to these operations on their wallet. So this is great. I think that when this is really gonna I think that when this goes live, I think that this is really going to allow for a lot of demand around the network. I've always said that, like, when you look at things like this, it's similar to even like NFTs, right? You look at NFTs in terms of ownership, it's basically the same thing, that's happening here. So I think that this is great. I think that when we talk about buying, selling, all that kind of stuff, I think that this really kind of gives that inclusivity that is so much needed around the world, especially within these areas. So I actually love to see this, and we actually do see down here, IP forms reached by the above mentioned agreement include trademarks, patents, and all forms of copyright, such as songs, lyrics, videos, shows, lectures, podcasts, and all forms of streamable content. So again, a lot of individuals that are content creators, etc., are going to now be able to sell a lot of their royalties, if you will, or their content, and collect royalties and things like that. So I love to see that. And we actually do see a quote down here: all tokens will be launched on top of the Algorand blockchain. Algorand's protocol not only provides the performance, scalability, security, and functionality required to implement such a large-scale project, but is also environment friendly, which is important to the government and has a huge philosophical match with the creators economy industry we're targeting here. And yes, this is all for, again, the creator economy. I do think that when we talk talk about the creator economy within a lot of these networks, it is getting, really kind of streamlined into, being supported, allowing for those content creators to have the power behind them to actually monetize their content and also give back to the viewers or the fans, if you will. So I definitely support a lot of this because, as you guys know, I come from a background around, graphic design and things like that. So I always love to support content creation and, just artists in general. So 100% in support of this, and I think that this is great. Now, obviously, this will be unlocking 1 million jobs as well, so that's awesome. And it will also allow millions of educated Nigerians to get, better paid jobs using their talent as a way out of poverty as well. So this is awesome. I'm telling you guys, when we talk about things that Algorand is doing, you got to really support their vision because it's something truly remarkable. And we actually also do see over here, Algorand's protocol not only provides, that's that quote that I just talked to you guys a little bit about in this article, but this is exactly why Algorand is chosen. And I know that you guys are probably going to say, but what about Hedera? What about this? What about that? We need to stop, comparing and contrasting these networks to one another. You got to look at, these networks in the same sort of idea on, this market is vast. There's a ton of money that's going to be, flowing throughout crypto. All of these networks will succeed. I've always said, pay attention to the ISO 222 tokens. Pay attention to the team behind a lot of these, assets, because the team is what truly matters. Having those individuals that are going to continue to develop and build out these remarkable innovations is going to be the success-driven, point behind a lot of these networks. And in my opinion, Algorand's team is incredible. Specifically, Silvio Micali. If you guys don't know who Silvio Micali is, definitely do some more research on him and the team behind Algorand. Now, also, in terms of Algorand, I just want to quickly wrap up this video by saying, you can look at the ecosystem itself on their website, ecosystem.algorand.com. This is a massive directory where you could choose categories from art to NFT projects to oracles to play to earn to SDKs to stablecoins, etc. All of this could be seen on here. Now they have the newest projects. Like I said, they are continuing to build out strong things. The building is continuing to happen on the ecosystem. They also have the highest ranked projects here as well. And you guys could read all about these by clicking them. New to the creator economy as well. I mean, you could see everything that has been being built on Algorand, similar to, even Hedera and things like that. And you guys can, like I said, choose through all of these categories and see which one. Like, for an example, if I click security token, you could see them. You could see the breakdown. Honestly, when we talk about things happening around Algorand, the ecosystem is going to continue to be built out. And honestly, it's truly remarkable, to say the least, that, a lot of people are still, just kind of disregarding Algorand or not even really paying much attention to it. But there's over 282 projects being built or already built out on Algorand with continuous development happening. I just foresee Algorand being a massive giant going forward, and we've seen so many incredible announcements, so to me it doesn't make any sense not to hold Algorand. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.